Since I just said the nipa bi ka say Dr. Baumia or ye ne ho afiri.
Dr. Baumia ni ho firi mu na wantimi so nyi ho firi mu da because oyo obi a wo nim de oyo obi a wo ho brase obi a de adwuma ye akwa tie etwi kasa mu ye se akwa nsin owura Majari wouldn't the tempanifo boost aban say akwa nsin owura akwa nsin owura because sabe me na mafa se brabe di machi enti nya wo na wo ba mebe twap mama na sene metenten ensida ebi nsi na ebi nso nsida enti sabe impraduasa me giri ye say some people just want to throw dust into the eyes of Ghanaians and on starting and we vice president and then go bet my way we vice president obet my way we vice president obet my way Manjari anya mufie ha ya na yewura His Excellency Vice President Alhaji Mahmoud Bia ba ya Kwame Sefa kan chairman general bisa na e-levy hu nsensem ne taxation anya ha ya na otan no ka say ono de ompene so Manjari nya mufie ha ya okay video no ho sese okay say ono ompene so
e-levy cake ba ye no
e-levy cake wan ko so ko twa e-levy cake
but okọ de be si na ni
akọ ba bi na obi di aba on country obi say fakoto twene na hwan eno ye very petty
yes so what for article 61 also there shall be vice maminkai yeti for say yene nana owusu appear member of the MPP na oye
apostles of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia apostle of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
and then they didn't come on now yawa so message another surprise now I say there shall be a vice president of Ghana who shall perform such functions as may be assigned to him by this constitution or by the president.
Exactly.
A candidate for the office of the vice president shall be designated by the candidate for the office of president before the election of the president.
Exactly.
The provisions of the Article 62 of this constitution apply to a candidate for election as vice president. A candidate shall be deemed to be duly elected as vice president if the candidate who designated him as candidate for election to the office, the office of the vice president, to the office of vice president has been duly elected as president in accordance with the provision of Article 63 of this constitution. The vice president shall, before commencing to perform the functions of the vice president, take and subscribe the oath of allegiance and the vice presidential oath set out in the second schedule to this constitution. I say, whenever the president dies, resigns, or is removed from office, the vice president shall assume office as president for the unexpired term of office of the president with effect from the date of the death, resignation, or removal of the office or of the president.
Very good.
Where the unexpired term served by the vice president under clause 6 of this article exceeds half the term of the president, the vice president is subsequently only eligible to serve one full term as president. Whenever the president is absent from Ghana or is for any other reason unable to perform the functions of his office, the vice president shall perform the functions of the president until the president returns or is able to perform his functions. It will be
to perform, except the president is not able to perform his functions. The president is he not performing presidential functions? Is the president, when the president to go US, no call in the name of president, is he not performing presidential functions? He's indeed performing the presidential functions. So what are we talking about? Me person can be actually removal of the vice president.
Removal of the vice president, no. What's that constitution, no?
There's no any clause in there actually say. I mean, president, no, it's bad so tight. Say there's no way of it may the vice president every day. The president is elected. He has been elected, enshrined. And he goes with his running mate. So that's it. And you know, there's nowhere the president should, the vice president should have done this. The vice president should have. in all the articles I can in now say, except when the president is unable to perform his functions as president, or in the case that only one part.
Constitution I silent will removal of vice president. But doesn't mean the president
because majority 10 years.
Then you rack every year only JJ. Yankoba for the currency. One million Yamin for currency. Now on the nail economy. I don't know when.
Oh, Sano, Okofa Atamis by. I don't know what Sano Okofa Atamis by 1996.
It's another yet the subsequent elections. But then at the time of
even at the time of Munina office, what's Sano? Go back to the history. Go back to the history. One to me and Fanam win a term. And Sana is of survey as running mate to President Kufuor at the time, the Great Alliance. And
the Great Alliance, yeah.
So there were a lot of issues. And to the vice president and then Kufuor Blemuno and one. Majari, let us all educate ourselves. Watching be a biana, ye baby, and so ye be finance vice president. Now you tell me that they say, "Oh, to me, what may be our gun and yes, I
okay, but say yes, I say, who said John Dramani and Mahama Kase, and the promises at this time of the Magana Phone is being measured. It's in a analogy, is it not applicable to the vice president? Say, what when you're running mate to a candidate, you have to also be measured.
Because the vice president spoke the word of the candidates at the time. The vice president was not coming to rule the country. The vice president did not have his own vision, and he could not have had his own vision. It's not possible. And everything we are seeing implemented in this country, it is the vision of President Akufo-Addo, being ably assisted by the Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia under the authority of assignment. Majority Sanity under the authority of assignment by the President of the Republic. And to me, sorry, Prekupana can say, on no Vice President Obano, seven preduasan, policy document, and that's a statement ben ya issue from presidency. Appointment, any removal, and a Vice President, and a sign here.
Okay. May I
letter Ben and the appointed minister B, deputy minister B, CEO B, and I say, Yadi Ma B, Yadi Ma instruction B. No, who's a vice president, His Excellency Bawumia sign here.
President no sign.
Entire fair debut. And I ya Kasana, as we say, it means Ahumbrasiemu or some new rat. And I say, Aqua and Siwura, Aqua on Siwura. And to me, impose Bibia or President Akufo-Addo so.
But it will
sound disrespectful.
Because some of the Ghanaians,
it will sound disrespectful,
including opponents.
Yes, the opponents are expected to kneel Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The opponent, the NDC, they are expected to bury him because he is their nightmare. He is the biggest threat to them as far as politics of this country is concerned, and as far as 2024 election is concerned.
Otherwise, when you need to say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is so to be demonstrating the assurance Edema Ghana for say, Sabre no advice, but this time so no so be mampani do betima yeni. It's so to be demonstrating now.
His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, whom I am his apostle, has demonstrated enough that when he was assigned the role of making sure say Yetimi the drone, zip line, and distribute to emergency medical needs. Because various hospitals, many can say, and all the places where it is essentially needed and it is established, they can give you thousands of lives has been saved by the drone services, drone medical delivery services. The whole world, it is only Ghana. The whole world, it is working. His Excellency making sure say mobile money interoperability. I can transfer money from Vodafone, MTN, Airtel Tigo, anything from my mobile money to bank account, and the bank will give me the money, and I can pick my money from my bank into my wallet. And paying back power na majari. When who say yetua salary. Now beko bank na nkrofo salary na be pia bontian salary tin. There will be a check because and now you turn the campo on the bank or to fear now I use the canna betu ni mobile money so opia bontia no yi di odebeto no de ato oko supermarket e ho no de atuaka. This is the country we are building on. And now was it e-pharmacy eba answer me baby ameti pharmacy se ho nyina no prescription e wo de be ma me ko online pe metimi ko se aha e wa had my request near the abreme ye ko wiase a majari e wiase a ye wo mu se si ye bedum rebiase artificial intelligence, computer technology, digital world, digitalization and e rule wiase se si a enye de archaic timer ye beka se na me hwane me mankrofo akosa line e wa passport office metete patrol so e dey my factories. Who are you? When I can say how do you do it? You cannot do it. The MDC is deceiving Ghanaians. They have no paper, they have no vision, they have nothing. They have nothing. Because
I don't know because they have nothing.
Oh, a dear pana John Mahama, a dear
political party about Bedia so pen was it? They have
Bedia so with 4 years darkness. 4 years now, unemployment graduate association under the NDC. 4 years of people working 3 years and they were paid 3 months. 4 years of people's parents. People were bad from employment. For 4 years, you can't get jobs to do anywhere in this country.
People are being
we
bad.
are not bad. There's no anywhere say a or freeze employment. It never happened. Majority, there's nothing. No. And see, menu kasa GRA orientation. GRA orientation. New recruitment. GRA orientation. I'm a witness to that. It never happened, and it will not happen under this government.
But we are being under restriction. Certain
fiscal discipline. Certain fiscal discipline. It's applicable, and that is what we have to accept. The reality, because of the COVID pandemic, the Ukraine war, and everything that plunged the world economy into that situation. And se me Ghana, na me Ghana ni, na me tu kwa amano ne pain, na me nkompo. Me aspire me tu kwa mo no ne pen na me pese ma setena mu tu mpon na me pese me nso me nya soft life we call it soft life na say ye di Yewura Mahmood Bawumia gina ho ne nani so ade hunu ne ye di John Mahama gina ho excellence nso ne nani so ade hunu a na say sabi mpreduasa me pe abrabo pa ma me ho a ese me yi Yewura Mahmood Bawumia because ankrofo emienu yi ne watimi aka na dwene a eni wiase anamontuo ekope eni wiase nhihye ekope eni wiase nyansa semu nimdie mu kope eye excellence Dr. Elijah Mahmood Bawumia John Mahama ntimi kan hwe me ne sesi a efiri so okasa wie ye na no wuku adai adapatwa ena NDC fo omayiro mo hu no mu twa ena akura ketua bia koye video dia betu dwa se omo 24-hour economy no ka so mo nchechire mu a omo ni wi ombekanti ombedi attempt 24 hours.
But say no so any reality and
that is true.
So be the atom.
They open media houses, TV, they appear and they insult everybody. They have not convince me what you have heard about the 24-hour policy from them. That sounds so much convincing
to you.
Why
would make you provision for incentives?
Meant me farmer no can say me provide incentives.
Oh, but I said it is sad and can be also the nano beggars will be entering.
And to Chiremu, Yewura Mahmood Bawumia Diana Wakano. Well, you see, me no me cite analogy say, me see down so be si dine. Ya fire plans into her. Plan on the yan is wadi hunu no, she say ya no a odi begu akwam na yan is wadi hunu no. Put me for audience to hold the answer so be si dine. Now me and me machra say, manwia na gu ha no me cement nie me iron rod nie. Me architectural design ekuta me. Mason for na start to foundation. Enti me to aso. Nenia wo a wo ntimi nya hwe no, wo abegina no moto ayampia. Se Ghana fo ntie. Na nya wre hosem. Say wo se wo be man prakoma. People should accept piglet from you. In prakoma. Ewiase ko na nim ya dwene ewiase ko na nim ho a. En prakoma na wo ka ho asem. Ene nkokoma na wo ka ho asem.
Okay.
Etu ni hwade be ma man Ghana. E ma meye wadwene se ubetu mfuturo edi agu Ghana fo ani me say John Mahama we koto bekumba se Ghana for your mistake. Se Ghana for your mistake. Na 2024 ya to abanima ni biewa ya sign your death warrant because Why crafty? Neka na odi e ba betena mu no ye frɛ no wa crafty because okwa o ma bio 10 year pa okwa eye one way journey okwa o ma bio enti won hwe na chi over 4 years pe o on ko nsa ma mesiki wo mandate bio enti dia obeye bia obeye eye one way journey for John Dramani Mahama na dia be enti na me kumi ho se me be convince obi se onko to aba ma obi a ono no ye ne ka wotene ma ya tro mu se wa krafie on konsa manti on consider hwe na ye woni a ono de nyame ya na dom a obesa ba biem abesere wo ho akwanya bia wunti otu ne nan a obehwe ba ode nan siye otene ne nsa obehwe ode ne nsa somuye obi na no a obehwe na sema okaye ohwe wo mpa wo kwa obehu kwa obefa so obehan na ni de ahwe because ebrebe san ba na ba won champion.
Okay, yen she be bit say corruption fight. Eyade edi o man nya pa. Menim say afu about on economy e be play role.
Papa.
Dia obetimi so demonstrate obekwati eye ketasehye eno so be play role.
Papa.
And so the business community nso no ene eye food and beverages for Association of Ghana almost waka. Say woman the presidential candidate obetimi no makwa adwenkrom na eno ma omususu say aben bi yama omo no sa presidential candidate be demonstrate no ono no wobeto ama no food and beverages for na eka sensem way. It their war came don't you think say yes Dr. Baumia which a corruption fighter latest report by yanko so ma form so enkontia no because of aben no bi
amanone dia ma yetimi ku corruption wo ho systems a adwuma. And physically, so take steps be be even prone to corrupt. You be initiate investigations. So I say, sa system no, and as say ye, ya build a drew baby a say yetimi etwaso ekonanim. E business say me sabe me tax me file as a business person. I do not need to go to GRA in person and go and say me cause submit me tax returns. Yera Mahmoud Bawumia say we will do online tax returns submission. Then say me here tax clearance certificate so me here say me kwako GRA na obi atena ho akopulupulu niam akọ frustrate me. Ni nyina no ena me ne otu emetima print me tax certificate online provided all my details are correct in the system. These are the things. And it's a procurement system and you know so you dey call digitization. Niaya bide was submit a document and will be the competent, the qualified one will be given the opportunity. Was in the administration will be run by merit and merit and merit. Meritocracy. I don't know the bayajuma. Any pana workers and majority. Sure, mami fa doctor ni nipa duane ni sune ne ban and si wan chira Ghana for. This is the man who says his integrity is the greatest treasure he ever possesses in this life. Ni integrity o, ne ni monyam, ne nukredie, so hunu, ne pepe ya ope, ene ya brasia unyame dia dum no, obu nipa. Na obi ka se, ena nko han resign, ena ne dende, ene no ha meka me ante. Wo te sakro mpa nche se umu ade.
Bere ya memu so asemo.
Your
integrity also is at stake.
The integrity is at stake, no? And I'm can say, unless people who want to be very disingenuous and they don't want to tell the truth, and I'm about the even John Mahama Baba to 2 years Mahmoud Bawumia. We had a John Mahama whose own father president made sure there was a committee set to investigate him because of corruption activities.
That committee will be near Catcher.
Martin Amidu at the time. Martin Amidu, a key person.
No, a key person. General. I didn't tell Martin Amidu somewhere some Mujaka because Martin Amidu. Appointment authority, appointment committee, and no, Otimi Pruvi.
The fact that
he was unable to prove it.
The thought of it. The thought of it. Crown boy ba Yeura. May he so rest in peace. Professor Mason Trim Crack. Minya investigation akwa ama awa kwa we hu. Sa adwunu kra ba papa ni trim kwa about John Mahama no. It was a damning situation. For who boss to get a majority ni asem na okay. Now what is studio how we are adwuma Sabi manu su simi na so. Na Father Dixon krampo timi dwene ho ka se. Yen investigation about you are. Eno kra dey na kire.
Oba say bibi wo ho so anka mo so mo buy. Say na kama e. If say you truly say na bibi wo ho.
Kwanya be di president. E dey be pa na office e jama. What dey be to am so bi na me.
E
dey say no bi dabi me say even the common thought of it, the thought kra na ba ne boss trimu say asoma si we menya investigation kra wo ne ho no. Sa thought no keke kra mpo no. Eno kra kum bibia. Kampesa yetimi nemi nipa. Edu omudin tu paper so frɛ o mu kan sɛ ye di adwuma we hyɛ nsa sɛ monye wa nwini keke wo tu aho anamon ko pem sɛ yo butia ne na so sɛ di asɛm baba ɛna ɔtwe na ofi sɛ professor Mills professor o na ofi sɛ ofitin ya na
you can fight against corruption na
the fight against corruption we cannot make better
per the international standard
we are going with a competition with John Mahama and Yeura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. These are the two characters, the main contenders in this 2024 election, and we are talking about integrity, personality, credibility. Maobi timi imagine Ghana me to challenge.
Ono na be mu ono na de ne krofo ko dina court o. Momo ba na mo be fa be to aso. Ono na de krofo ko dina court. Mo ba
no Airbus na e ko dina court operating no na. E dey no kwa.
Na say no be kwadu be no.
Even the fact say yetimi site o krampo no. The fact scratch yetimi site o. Krampo keke say ya bo.
Official government one dey no.
No,
ya money dio. Yes, official government
one was reference to John Mahama. He should come and clarify. On you should statement say no. He should issue statement.
Official government one.
Say my Jerry. John Mahama should issue statement to Ghanaians say official government one.
Government
from
official one
England no. Enye no. What me aka ho say? What me issue statement?
Na ya dey na so the office of the special prosecutor.
What me issue statement? And the institution must work. It is normally be one of the saddest things. One of the saddest things. Some certain institutional mechanisms must work. And Mahama should not even have the temerity to come and say he's coming to contest Ghanaian presidency again. I'm telling you, if mechanisms are working, and if he has any shame, he has any credibility to protect, John Mahama should not even have the nerve to have the authority to come back and say Ghanaians should vote for him. Somebody who can stand on a platform and say Ghanaians have short memory, insulting every citizen of this country. Then you have the nerve to come back and request that we should vote for you to come and back to presidency for one term again. At the time, Krana, you could come back and request for our vote again. That time,
oh, and they don't go there. No. When you be at
open nipa we try the pa no before they are balloons and you know parliament different proposal they are balloons.
Only be at
what is the meaning of balloons? What is the meaning of balloons?
Contextually, so can in a context.
I know that you want to be a journalist, that you want to be, but I'm telling you, I'm proving to you, sir. Yeah, penny power cancer phone. Yeah, penny power cancer phone. Don't use
that way. Obi cancer phone. Withdraw that statement. Say all cancer phone. No. And palatable. Because short memories because what you are there say na review baby say and baby say so kasa eya temdidi na say phone there me say phone that is not enye palatable to use me phone na wo kano phone enye kasa papa radiogenic. It meant to be described.
I
don't want him mechanics how maybe radio so that mean I don't know radio so and it is answer for person will come men cancer for I to what you have to say what can some phone no they are caught to they say what you have to say what they are caught to
the fact say what taking Ghana for far too long for granted no yeah man is opportunity ni build.
Okay.
How
you need
to me and take Ghana for granted like that. Now what's up, Baba Jina? So Ghana.
And I said, Brahma, Jina, Brahma, Bibi and Waving Oak. That
is it. Bibi and Saba. And no Tizuna said, now would my Jerry Asima Oking. And his name said, so John Mahama, your man, how much more you Ramamud Baumia. Even if people are considering John Mahama, how much more you are Dr. Mahmoud Baumia? The credibility, the integrity, me say me challenge Ghana and Ibia say, a free Baumia. Both abroad, Ghana and the presidency. Government, Bank of Ghana. So Obi, want Sima dots. Want to tell the Shen Fufuma. Ya can publish it. And this is for Lunim Domai. O ma kwabrochire.
But what must say Dr. Baumia and somebody walk on any other.
Emudia Henam Kam say
okay. And what must I say? Anna say Dr. Baumia kai. Look at road Ebra obeka say ehu hia say ete say say you toli akwan dia ehu hia say ekobobose ase e be ekobobose issue I say utum demonstrate to Ghanaians
ye bana say roto
ewo ho
ye betimi e dia ye yakwan thought ase American say bi nchiro o say under his leadership as president he's going to privatize our roads tienie pa and now to kwan na kwa brochira manoni miamia bebre tax to na wutuatua no because enkrofo bi na di o musika bom na modja ya kwan no enti e bia mfa se Kumasi Accra to Kumasi no wo kɔ no e do carriage from Accra straight to Kumasi e bia I have 4 lanes na unamu enti usi so abekɔ saa e kwan no a wo kɔ na asphalt so kɔ hwi uba no e private company bi na di sika I invest enti toes ne e wo so no eno no so betenika enti e nimdia ono fin se ese so de beba bebu oman no enti se bia wo free tamale wo kɔ bolga ya ye kwan no I had 3 lanes e private investor na di sika ye hwa de ma abrochire amanone abrofunu krom hoye different every ye de ho an say omo the technology digitization ai abu o minor konanim and mama privatization so ya adwuma in certain government infrastructure systems hwasema yewura Mahmoud Baumia kan ya me eyema honwaho pa ne say de ma ban koso taxing on mine man say aban here sika more aban the sika ne den esa ban timi see hospitals esa ban timi ya kwan esa ban timi maintaining so esa ban timi maintaining kanea esa ban timi maintaining suku sa nema nyina no eye pressure on the government finance enunti senka bia sika bes $500 million enke de be temba motorway kwan na private company this ni sika ba be hemu a ye nkobo sa abosia ni bio because o de ni sika ba be hemu no o wie kwan no a e bia 5 years 6 years 7 years obetenika enti pressure na wo aban so say me wo majari obaji yen tax bio no sad then a bit easy because the government will receive certain flexibilities enti your mining mano ye ho be hare yen there should be flexibility in tax regime and there should be flexibility in what comes to government sikano e balance ho na be so niema sese de ye nyina so a e be so ama ye ho hare yen Ghana ye yahen ye population yahen ye landmark assassin nyina no ne kase yesen na obi asondaye e wo vision na ni so ade hunu say where to connect ourselves the road sector must be privatized and be owned and managed by private companies afei ye hospitals akese so that government can have a lot of focus in certain areas education privatization akoso and Ghana ha universities bebre private universities there are certain essential development infrastructures Majari enya ban na betimi ayi nyina o ewiase ba bia government alone can never build a nation it doesn't happen DSC and say aban no di bibi emma amanfo bi no mo domusika ba behim na ya adwuma enti wo wie pe obeya adwuma na de atene ka wo wi na ogya no kɔ na afin sebi o se private person bi na sika behim na ye kwan no a obeba potholes abaso Do you think so? My potholes are back so because the potholes basua ebe koso abonika into obeye kwan ye kopim so obetini sika that we are not making sure that the road is in good shape and don't know say what the beba enti sa niema no a woni a che no eye niema esombo esesi esom majari ebe fe o hwe ebe fe sa woti hai na very easy access to everything in this country that you can apply for from every institution to every institution. You pick your phone, your laptop, your tablet, and you have access to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You have access to Embassy of then. You have access to this hospital. You have access to report a doctor who is messing up things at the hospital.
Okay.
Enti yam peneson ko digital world. Digital world, the fourth industrial revolution. Now you can't want semono. It is hinging on technology.
All right.
And to young quiet tete samuni bio say.
Okay.
Now we are looking up for future. I was here quiet.
Okay, my mission message is in Ibuwa. Where say Jerry? Good evening. There are a lot of pharmaceutical companies who always run out of products. This man does not know a champion operation. Feed yourself. So MPP they speak as about this small chicken issues. Does MPP know amount of dollars spent on poultry farm outside before COVID? Well, me arrested the dollar. $10 day. Say we share baby $1 there. Ayana must say percentage wise say na ko. But dollar na nominal figures.
Obian who are guy ha obeka cho say baby $1 on any ho. Nobody will say that. I am a business person. I will never say that. Say $1 to me ba 8 cedi, 9 cedi, even 10 cedi. I may many better ho. So I say, but we should consider the fact that say baby ye drui any the ye komu ahun chira o man Ghana komu. The COVID edi o man wura mu a menu mienu ye share them 3 weeks. O man nyina ya tutu ya ponum. Ya shut down the economy. Now we see a shutting down economy in a country for one day. Look at the damning cost in terms of mobilization of funds.
Okay.
Now you're tuned for 3 weeks, my Jerry. Is it easy? Now we compare the productivity. My holiday back holiday now staff in Antenafi. Now say wow so wow produce ice cream produce wow ya and yanda nyamia say. In all of the midst of this calamity, we still have energy that even though some other areas experiences light out, but still the energy we are running. We still have our schools running. We still have our workers, teachers receiving their salaries. We still have employment for people. We still have certain social amenities that are running, the health insurance. Everything that this government came to meet and whatever we have build upon is running and running. And Tiasi Danyamiase, Obritina have 4 years as sumu by. Did we see? Did we see?
A power purchasing agreement. Or the power budgets buy.
Take or pay.
But
you buy.
Nipana trane to so.
Oh, Nanka president no can go.
Yes. It is a as a dear Sumus and no say any day.
Now office now energy.
Answer buying free so that dear no my
answer now buying power budget. They are buying should not even allow us to go into darkness.
Say power budget the crowd was inside the baby
because he needed plenty of money to do his campaign at the time. And to go jagumusa. And president about Lucy election almost over 1.1 million difference in 2016.
1.1.
Okay, round
you're close to
square it 1 million. 1 million votes. What Lucy election? With second election, we lose you close to 600,000. What's that lose? Now Babi will say yes, I'm out. Now. Hey, who power?
But when him say, who can the vice president, the role or play wa bemu, Dr. Bawumia a statements 170. Or directed the Maori Misata. Or no tweeting on the way say statements we not for kind of questions, but Are there any statements? Your question. And I didn't answer. Or directed more Remisata. Sabre no, your vice president. Statement. No directed the mother.
Science, no. I was out in the say you were vice president at the time. I know a running mate. So when man, yes, then he wasn't even fit for purpose to campaign.
I said
because he wasn't and then I'm expecting say the running mate, John Mahama, His Excellency, so no, he should be able to question.
And the man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, exactly.
So when Timidia, and then he or she is not fit for purpose. So I say, you must be able to stand, compete, campaign, and win election.
Okay.
So, and what I say, then I can't your question. So, making a statement, and I'm for and or church them say, win, okay. And so people should take it like that.
Kofi Peter said, good evening to you, Mark Jerry. So, these are the people around Dr. Bawumia, eh? No wonder Nana Akufo-Addo is angry with their speech. Is it there to discuss Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or JDM? Very ignorant. Or the Frikero, Egypt. They are so President Wolf. What to be bizarre? Where is it the economy has collapsed? Bawumia is running away. Okay. Where is it? King David Africa, so are not town. King David. Oh, I said, what you mean? Said that. When you say it's only Africa that we say he can't do it. NPP and NDC, you are playing. In America, we say we can do it. Only Africa say we can do it. Fred Eddie from USA, Houston, Texas, and Ononson Eddie Bay. We say Dr. Bawumia should forget about the seats because Ghanaians will never accept him. Ufitete, or if it's South Africa. We say, hey, Mark J, so you believe JDM and it's 24-hour economy? Osman Eddie free Tessano. No, the other. Yeah, Ebanopa. No, one, but what time I need an abba. But I send the amount I come out of Anopa. Anopa, there say, can be near delete. Yes, okay, back over to your phone, your phone, so no one can answer. But that's son of Becono.
Jamie Passa, me can't Ghana phone say. You see, Yaswa and Su Aswansa. Yahu John Mahama, His Excellency, ne Vice Presidency, and Yahu ne Presidency. So I say, the CIA, Yahu Yura Mahmoud Bawumia, ne Vice Presidency. A brasso say, Yetimi Hunu ne Presidency. Near her coin of a faso, now obu mine. Na obia ne me yadwene hwe one ade ba ko a nwanwan say ninsema wakan nyina no yenka se wontumi nyew na manfo se aden na wanye ne sesia ena ye kire mo kire Ghana for se sesia na omo kan de akoa ensene owura enye possible nyane nyina na ono obetimi akososo asu amaya kampo ye begiatum obekwa akoni opani na di nkomo His Excellency the President on be kasa obehye na adwene the President no pair or the beye adwuma mu studio haya UTV na yewura alachematin be kan say economic and financial decisions are made by the finance minister. Ye putu no interview say was no obedi president obeye we what didn't na onye no was say decisions on the finance and economics no is made by the finance minister. Mufia yao ena yera lanchemati bekan. What is the difference now between what he said in Ghana for cancer adena yera Mahmoud Bawumia onye nia o kan so beye because sebim preduasan yentu abama yera Mahmoud Bawumia say oye president e wo Ghana oya akwa osum ni wura ena ye say akwa ensene owura ontumi nsan ye wura Akufo-Addo ho say papa mesi chinchini aye say da bi we are sapper na say u ya twa poma na se ne wotenten eno so anya adwuma ohunu enti dia yesre Ghana for ne say nyame adom so nimudie ne nisuade hunu ene adwenkyira ode agu akwan mu nyina no Yenwene ho kwa chiri misa se. Enti so say na ye pese ye daache eye ewo ya setena mu ana. Enti ye pese daache ye ma en setena mu enye mremma wo no mu ana. Enti ye penisa se daache ye ma se omuko school na omoje student loan no first ye se kofa guarantor bra ena ye se no guarantor o guarantee a ne o Ghana card awo eno na ye pe ana se ye penia chinchini a kofa obi no magina ha mafa sign krata wanya obi mpo ye public service ana se odi mu a loan ye ma obi ye penisanse ye ma abofra ni 6 years 5 years 6 years 7 years na sabe ne passport are ready because our Ghana card ye penisa ana se ye penisa ye pese onyini na ono a sora homache 1 o'clock 2 a.m. na o se o kwa kodi passport office so o lie akoye biometric eno ne pe ana.
Okay. Na no so pe ma me kwa ma no so na metiefo na ye no mu di djuma no so mre 0302243540 0302257902 said ya wonim no we eye torchlight e be ko ni say ya o ye twi nipa no betena ha na ye bisa no questions no na ono nso e dia no yie dia maye na wo a wutie no nso na watie sama wombeka che ya wada nso mema a surprise from eye camp bi mame ko ha na mene metiefo ye ni ko majo
yamu now on to friend
nyame adobako we dia ni ba bi akasa free
wakasa ma yapo
yapo eti onyanko
apeni kase mabba kasa fidie kase fidie eni ti am akasa me no be mai godfather ba ko pe sami oku obi a sami na ko po wishra papa ni ma papa yo bo ma ko fo wo ko na mishra papa sami oku papa ni de te bi am ka na sa ka bi ye modern ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebo Ghana ha na den yen kan pre Vice President Abako na wo hwe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the boss a wodi wo mamu ha eyo mamu the whole nation US America be biara modern ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bo Ghana ha now what we say when you so modi ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bon ebono na sabe ta fa no ni brande adenti na me ya po me kan
be ba to wadoroma time ni ho nti yana yes
yeah adenti na me kan sa because we so modi ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bon awo Ghana card ho eno no ma buda ma wo bo Ghana ha yes so Bawumia chi toko to ba mama Mahama yehunu dada eduma be na Mahama ba obey Ghana eti Ghana for nyina ko fu abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay, me that same ma me for next one me ba cho ma yo
Ma good evening.
Yes sir, good evening yetio
Abrantie iti so asa already to na say when you can do or can't say na if you don't do it cannot do. Yan je ya ka sinji umranti ya ba no yan ye very careful let me just say
me ba cho wa mo di o
ya family ni Samuel.
Okay,
let me just say sorry doctor say on dey know you be but also asaka
ai
nampa cho o de wa dana what can you do that now where did you make that can you be no mate ni be lobita no agibita it is a what the driver be ntia na effect na implement you ntina juma oye ya association so e nya no because of the driver ni bia wo Ghana mate no na agibita driver ko the police ni ya chena eye mate the obeka so njina no ojina wa oni ti be cheno ndi sa wo na wo ti me bia ma Ghana na ba bia o ti Ghana ko bi media ya ma kwa ma san to aso
Okay. Madam said also what you say, ma Jo. Yes, sir, it's you. Yanko.
Maminchia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Manjeri, omuye mi nwa kakra o. Ekire say, tembia NDC fukasa, I said who can say, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, obeye president Akufo-Addo na ebe control ana Baumia ntimi yefi na Akufo-Addo na control. Afi onipa ni so aba bontin ade kasa NDC fo ya se pray ade ti na say obe kasa na Baumia ade kasa oh na Manjeri where me slow me fa we ntwam kakra wi na oni adakabre program me say ade okala no ye concept otu no bi sa na wo kala na I say concept you work class na ye bo concept no mo bo no bi sa wa na ye bo sa anyi
But obia mba mbe ye concept o program no so
Dabi we are no mo bo voice bi nipa bi otu no bi wo I say yi level na say I say
but your prophet one.
One no
They say a friend of nation prophet unim no
because I didn't mean my meaning na me ka so kala na o concept no bo ni no your class ni
but you so for menchu we ni ya maza
oh Dabi o de mami come so ndi na me person ni bitaro che kakra de mi person ni kama kana fo nyina atia
first na yen ko na me time no
me o de na kutre concept ni de wa be ya yako ye me ka ni say papa ono so de ba de obe Manjeri wo mi ni mu pa bia no yiri unu ba u ba fefefe Manjeri wo ba no wo mu nyina no obia na omu nyina adwiye ba ku ni ba ni sa obia no na adwiye ba ku enti se ba mu ya se ye mi sa abi pete ya ti sa to mama se ta wa no trust wo atamota chini atamota jo lo di do di ba no oba ye no no ba ya atuma na ba ni se no pam kwakwa ni to eni sa ni pa ni nyina enti no bo sa papa no so for no you concept you can say
me mam next one ko be ba cho majo
Majeri.
Yes sir it's you bema
Majeri.
Yes sir
Good evening Golos in here mikasasi amokowi
Okay here go
Mike nyame mo abotre wate wo abotre pa
Kakra
Bibia me ba me ka se prayer se wudi e wo no se ka wo blast time an ke enko masa ka ba di ba Majeri nyame shira o go college no sometimes we be so wonya ni amo sam chire o ba wo akoma pa ya abotre because nyo bia le program o timi pa ko so Dabi because of course college be ya o se kra ka wo fa
oh me no vem so we are still you better akwa ba
aha because what we say adakabri sometimes college je one yin tin adakabri ko say on focus so ya ya pa na so bende kwami ka so be di ni pa chi ama ni pa ma di ma die ma jari na mi shira o be o ni bibi ti ya MPP she guy ya what say wani mo o ka say Is o ka sa is so be nya bo tre mu amu wa aban mu amu di aban no pressure ben na is ya da mo so ase wo pressure wo no so di e na ye no onya butere no go ji tie no on tete asem ni ase wo re kwa no di jo mama tem ni we onya butere no kasa because mu no una mu ti aban no wo mu na mu ti se mu na mu lidi ise wa wo lidi no what na sorry ko to kwa bra jo mama aka forget jo mama no on se ise ana ye hu MPP NDC ni se mi de bia me ba me ka ma jari mi ye 14 voter what you say you know wa obeka wo dia be Thomas yi papa no ani na me no me so no me ni mkro ko be ko to aba ma wo what you say na uba na u kasa abra ye tie na ma jari kura catch you say control why you kura say so da to bi say amariba o bas video wa asem no mo ye nti e asoma mo tam mra meka no no mo kan sem bia na mu ni amai
Vedanse paso utie vedanse bemena beba so me moju ha Yes, I do.
Yeah, na say bele ma mi kase kanta man.
Okay, yanko happy dan so.
Yo, Majeri my mama mu ani adwuma pa we am o wan Ghana. Na mi cha o man pani da John Dramani Mahama. Majeri, one MPP ni no o kan sem ba ko ni bi a. E kire se NDC amamu papa wo Ghana man who go because o ka kire mi say o man pani da John Dramani Mahama. And the president cracks in home from here. I would let say your democracy and your mum dear MP and minister be who bust them not president Eddie Campbell Crano then also and son was the whole committee and he said only money for crap president Albert Crane said ne ho so committee ni baba be ka say president boa eboa no nipa no aye bone because president na appoint committee no enti de be bia the president kan on be for so NDC atamis wa anya ni sao o ti committee wa ma mekre former president say ne ho so and the toss me no paperless won say atamis that time no ha no appear no ha no appear na P54 say me say obakra won grand san wa ba e ho na paperless estate in this one you are on me and channel baby again free what's that man penny that I Baumia what's what can say Ghana card and this is for by on the year one I do on our can one but can one bosses share and do this Baumia Sanka or can say ye levy that time on ye plano Canada Japan more plane or
oh, okay. Madam, say, I'm going to my main for last one. Beba Tomato.
My good evening. I like Baba Madina.
Yes, I do.
Me tell you about ye pharmacy. Now, who call online, who requesting na Ediabro, who requesting a draw 2 a.m. Obia Pono, and the Braille. I'm saying, yeah, customer, I'm so munchi. So, company no yet duma, and the Bebro, na company no our Pono, or better the Abreu. And the Siano, fourth revolution, a woman. Omo mudi anim ni nyina no obia e wo manufacturing base US to UK de account na wo no produce fee nso si u twani o se se o twani sen e ti se unya fundamentals no na companies ni ndo so mo produce na jobs no mbra and stand up and fede u be call about next stage na no ehu na se se na adwuma na bi ni wo so no answer o si hu de mi ko digital se se digital no de ye den oni fi o de ye digital de o pe o mpo ebeba.
Okay.
I saw to now the account. There's one in you now. One say me the me call digital me one emphasizing yeah the account and say see and why you cry a bay. Why into being to us so have
Medasi yeah Breno as and then torchlight need 100.3 as back to say feel about to a few enti yenjeja ho ebejinem sa obia mechanism bia do ma be chacha ha na be say some questions no e dey magana for na now say
papa ya okasa ya also a floating voter na ono de obekana sem ye na obetie so what I said there are thousands millions of such people there na ye we will continue to engage the good people of Ghana based on what His Excellency the Vice President the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party the Odia Tujano eno na ye ne Ghana for bedi ho nkomo ena na me bisa say so ye pe life for abrabo a ye pe say ye ma ye wo mo ba no ombenya soft life abofra ne di 6 years e kono ne passport aye ready wa bra onkosa lie eno anya so what I say because ye Ghana card man dada ya assign ne Ghana card as soon as ya wo no no na wanya ne Ghana card number in the process wonyine no ne are taking the bio data na ya issue ni Ghana card e dia mano Ghana card now enable the child say you be print the passport booklet e dia mano after say fees has been paid so hono or say companies anya adwuma na jo a enduro no yentumi enya ana say obi intimi supply o da ye kan say oman ya ye wuramu se sie as we speak there are a lot of areas amount for that so omo companies run 24 hours. Yet system, your infrastructure, and your building and basics, it gives the opportunity say, you bet me I run your business 24 hours without closing. Not necessarily say bia metum na makwakoda and I say ma shut it down. And then online, you get the bebre koso, ewa mitimi ton 24 hours. Only akono betu ya meka, obetime tu ya na beto accounts mu. Ebrebi or PBR 24 hours a year juma. There are certain production companies as we speak, Obatema, they run shift, they do 24 hours day and night. Amount for Edaso Eyo Majuma.
Okay.
Enti nyase bia enema bi o ho no mo ye bobɔ so no na ye kan saa keke dia ye kan se Yewura Mahmood Bawumia se oba tax incentive tax regime no obe make sure say nia Ghana for e ma ye kosoa de tax ebegu ye so na ye complain o se san hye ni na no be ye firi ho na wam bie mu ama won mo nsam wo bie no e dia sika be hye miaye bi te se akwan a ye so hu no infrastructures are build there aban ni hia sika kese e no de aye no na aban ni nibienti esasa aban no kobobosi anasa aban no erezi tax bi na ode ye saa ne man nyina no obegum abra obe invite adefo ama omodo musika abehim enti saa ne man nyina na ode atodwa ena me ka se yesanso agi no distance ne credibility as vice president and as deputy governor Bank of Ghana and as babia wa ye adwuma bia no senia the opponent for in this acquire research investigation one ho no manya hwianka no sa na obu ne credibility said that is his only treasure in the life as he lives enunti omma bibi boni biankam nia waka no ode be ya adwuma Ghana for enya ni mu arehemu nya ni mu gidie said de waka no ode be adwuma san say ebro ye vice president yi ade bia Yewura na dankwa kufado de ahye ne nsa no Majari Yewura Mahmood Bawumia assignment edima no bia no wadimia deliver no pepe nia wontimi nyoye ye nia ya mfa ma no se onye eno de oni sutumi ananse wontimi nkose or the force ekoje se oye dabi
okay
ewom se ya kan se economic management team on na ye chairman ade no kre na ye ntiase se economic management team it is not a binding committee de omo beka esese by all means akufado de ye adwuma a subsect of cabinet and this economic management team no share wie no amodwendwene nsem ho a no ma propose no de akoma cabinet na cabinet so adwendwene ho even at the cabinet level they will vote on the issue majority decisions applies and if the president support it it works minority constitution say we rule by majority decision so it starts from every corner to every corner we decide on issues entinia onu susu ye bia na onya akwanya say ya peni so mfanya adwuma no watimi deliver very well bakosemu no ye beka say onu ne vice president yetimi subject no to performance yenteni epa onu ne vice president yetimi subject no to measure him as vice president and his performance as vice president enye onu a enka ye nim kura say oman yi mu ye betimenya vice president bi na to nsenia so ameja no ahwe say as vice president no die pa no ye previously the anyman say vice president they are almost like a ceremonial kind of figure yesuma no akwa ko yese no akwa unhye de ho adwuma titru bia ye de hye nsa until say Yewura Mahmood Bawumia baya obe lift the standard up higher and nay say ye be pick you as vice president wo susu dua bia ye de ato ho de amount say you have to come and meet it or you go beyond that
okay
and no ena ye de measure Yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia me ye ne apostle nyame enhira Ghana fo nyame enhira obi bia otie ye kasa de obi atimi fom se ma no fom ya mesra Ghana fo ne tie fo say ye mfa nche edubre bia in the heat of the moment politics in the sanity enya niemo ho ena bia enye se bia hantan na emom ne nsem ni bi ho me ba ne sa no na se wohwe wani ubu nkompo hwe wachi na niema bia akoso ne niema bia hwe ya na ba ne sa enti no ni America ne se ma no fom ye ba bia Ghana fo ne tie fo mfa nche na ye ntie nsempa Yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia edema Ghana fo ene ye daachi na nshira obi bia
nyame nshira wa na ye ne eye nana owusu apia na oye the apostle edema Dr. Mahmood Bawumia.
Thank you. The title is also sound cry.
Yawada me de asempa treso fo nso ebeba. Beze ye medu busa na etietu obi ade. Me de luxurious adwa me do bibia se na me college mo amofre ye nyina me bom abaso mu nyina obia ka na sem se de eti obia di ne hu ni kama nti me college my de mo am send messages obia ka na de so sa na de bia ye ka no so de bia adwen kire we kire na adwen o na ya adwen na so aka wo de So they are saying, and then me call it, said, yeah, Mudi Muhuni no, Meniaso, Madame say, me texters, Madame say, Facebook one man say, I'm out for me to bomb Kakra or but, I didn't answer can be. Yadobi Biase. I care champon, a year, be producer or time at you have pious baby bands and now we have been one year of the light that's money. Producers, our woman song, a support to Jumedio, no. Yadobi Biase, so can. Yes, sorry, DJ Bosco. ATK over na bibia ye dey atwas ochina kayo say as usual Ghana muntie ma be dey na wo Valentine say
chocolate day there can say
that can say
Ghana
na wo be na go the chocolate box
back don't worry ochina am the bro be say Ghana for say chocolate the majority na Ghana made yeah patronize ochina na me who say CEO of Free zones, ambassador, and it was very nice. Yes. The best say a bonum from more. Now,
because be 17 series.
Yeah, man, very cheap. Production, it's me cost. You know, yeah, we should be very, happy Valentine's Day.
All right.
And we are doing our chocolate day or Ghana.
That's right. But that's a sure. Neat.